You're watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
Welcome back. As many of us know, high medical costs can make essential treatments and medications unaffordable. And we have one mother advocating for changes on Capitol Hill after her experiences with skyrocketing prescription costs for her own daughter. So joining us now, we have Jennifer Hepworth. She's working with Senator Kurt Bramble on a bill that would change how insurance companies calculate copays. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Tell us, we've talked, I've met your daughter, I've met your whole family. Tell us a little bit about your daughter.
Penny is 9 years old, and she is super bright and super fun and just the goofiest kid. And when she was 3 weeks old, she was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic life-limiting disease that affects the lungs and digestive system. We were told that her life expectancy would be about 38 years.
And what has that been like for your family all of these years now?
It's devastating, and we really have had to change priorities and really prioritize making memories. She's on a medication now that will hopefully prolong her life so she can be a grandma and great grandma and do everything she can, but that medication comes with a really high cost.
And that's what we're here to talk about, is that high cost and something called a copay accumulator. For people who aren't familiar with that, tell us a little bit about how that process works for families like yourself.
Sure. So a copay accumulator program is a really atrocious system that health insurance companies put into place to pad their bottom line, basically is what it is. So Penny's medication is $311,000 a year, and we obviously can't afford that. And the pharmacy company provides copay assistance. A few years ago, our health insurance companies started to still accept those monies from the pharmaceutical company on Penny's behalf, but they no longer put it towards our deductible or our out-of-pocket max, and said that we needed more skin in the game and we needed to pay it from our bank account. And so they were basically getting the money for our out-of-pocket max twice.
What does that mean for your family then when they do that?
Well, we are going to meet our out-of-pocket max of $9,000 every single year. There's not a year that we haven't met it since Penny was born. And when we just all of a sudden found ourselves without the help, it was a real struggle to be able to afford specialist visits. She has to go to primary children's every 3 months as long as she's healthy, and she meets numerous specialists, has numerous tests done just to keep her healthy. And without the help, we had to scramble and come up with $9,000. And I don't know many parents who can do that, just have an extra $9,000 to throw at something they weren't expecting.
So really quick, tell us, what would this bill do?
This bill would ban copay accumulator programs in the state of Utah. There's 16 other states that have already banned them because they're predatory policies by insurance companies to gain even more money when they're making record numbers. And this bill would offer relief to families like mine who are going to have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars for their child's or their own chronic conditions every single year, and they will actually be able to use the help that is out there for them.
All right, and this is being discussed on Capitol Hill tomorrow as well.
Yes.
I know we're running out of time. Jennifer Hepworth, thank you so much for joining us.